Hello, and welcome aboard Space Spiral. You're about to take a ride 285 feet up and above the vast Cedar Point Peninsula. The 330-foot tall tower is securely anchored with the foundation going 30 feet below ground. You'll get great views of the city of Sandusky, Sandusky Bay, the Lake Erie Islands, and of course, the world's greatest amusement park.
Cedar Point has long been known for pushing the boundaries of amusement park innovation. And in 1965, the park introduced a ride that would redefine its skyline for nearly 5 decades. Space Spiral, a 330-foot rotating observation tower, became an iconic fixture at the park, offering breathtaking views of Lake Erie and the landscape of Cedar Point. For generations, guests marveled at the slow, scenic ascent, which provided a moment of calm among the park's high-speed thrills.
However, as the park continued to evolve, the Space Spiral met its final fate in 2012, making way for a new era of attractions. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and a huge shout out goes out to all of our channel members for being part of the community. We can't wait to see you at the parks this summer. Now, let's take a look at the history of the Space Spiral at Cedar Point.
By the early 1960s, Cedar Point was shifting into an era of modernization. The park's management recognized the need for a signature attraction that would offer a unique experience beyond traditional thrill rides. Observation towers were gaining popularity, with parks across the country installing similar structures to provide guests with aerial views of their growing parks. Cedar Point officials considered several options, including a Ferris wheel-inspired tower and a monorail-style sky ride, but ultimately they opted for a Von Roll 1400 observation tower, designed to be both a scenic attraction and a park landmark.
Once the decision was made, anticipation grew around Cedar Point's first true observation tower. Guests speculated about what it would offer. When construction began, locals and parkgoers alike watched as the towering structure took shape. Its futuristic space-age aesthetic fitting right into the rapidly growing amusement industry of the 1960s. The ride's design was simple but effective. A rotating cabin that gradually ascended to the top, allowing visitors to see the park, Lake Erie, and even Canada on a clear day.
When Cedar Point officially announced the Space Spiral in 1965, excitement was high. The attraction was marked as a state-of-the-art observation experience, offering a peaceful yet exhilarating view of the park. It was a family-friendly ride, allowing all ages to enjoy a different perspective of Cedar Point, and guests of all ages got a bit of relaxed enjoyment out of the scenic views.
While the Space Spiral remained a beloved attraction, it was not without its challenges. Over time, mechanical issues became increasingly difficult to manage. The ride's exposed height meant that strong winds from Lake Erie sometimes caused operational disruptions, forcing closures on particularly windy days. Additionally, elevator malfunctions and general wear and tear on the aging structure posed maintenance challenges. Despite these setbacks, Space Spiral continued to be a fan favorite, standing tall as Cedar Point's landmark for decades.
Throughout its history, Space Spiral was largely incident-free, though it did experience occasional technical issues that caused brief closures. As the park grew, its presence became overshadowed by towering roller coasters, but it remained a nostalgic attraction cherished by longtime visitors.
For nearly 50 years, Space Spiral served as a towering view of Cedar Point. It fits seamlessly into the park's evolution, standing as a symbol of progress all around and modern thrills blended with nostalgia. Its slow-moving rise to the top and ride experience offered a perfect relaxing moment to the high-speed thrills surrounding it, making it a staple for guests looking to take in the sights or enjoy a relaxing break between rides. In some cases, the observation tower was even known to teach kids to not be afraid of heights and ride other coasters in the park. How the times have changed.
As Cedar Point looked to the future, it became clear that Space Spiral's time was coming to an end. In 2012, the park announced that the tower would be removed to make way for Gatekeeper, a record-breaking wing coaster set to open in 2013. On September 12, 2012, the Space Spiral was brought down in a controlled demolition, marking the end of an era. The removal was bittersweet for many fans who had grown up with the ride, but it was also a testament to Cedar Point's ongoing commitment to innovation and keeping up with modern park trends as the industry shifted and the park looked to revamp that area.
Though Space Spiral is gone, its memory remains alive with a sense of wonder that only a ride of its kind could offer. It stood as a bridge between Cedar Point of the past and Cedar Point of the future. While us enthusiasts now soar through the sky on Gatekeeper, we do so in the shadow of history, where Space Spiral once brought us a different perspective of the Cedar Point skyline. Could Cedar Point use a Space Spiral today? Most amusement parks have an observation tower of some sort, and Cedar Point has the perfect park to see the views from a relaxed, yet in-the-sky environment. Would you like to see a new age Space Spiral at the park? An observation tower like those at Kings Island or Kings Dominion maybe? Or are we satisfied with the views we get on coasters these days and past the need for a slow watching sky ride?
Make sure to let us know down below and hit that like button on the video. We greatly appreciate all of our subscribers out there, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button now. As always, thank you for being a part of our spooky community, and for Coaster Ghostin' with Ghoster Coasters.
And we're proud to be voted the best amusement park in the world for 14 straight years by Amusement Today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding Space Spiral. When the cabin comes to a complete stop, exit through the doors opposite those you entered. Thank you, and enjoy your day at Cedar Point, America's roller coaster.